Okay guys, we're back at that job where I did that estimate on last Saturday, where they have the blower going out into the other person's backyard, and they're using that bucket. We're going to just travel along here and go out somewhere over here, and I'll get video. We're going to get set up and get going. More, the details are on the estimate video that I did last Saturday. So we're going to get started and we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, I'm basically handing this over to Vinny, like I'm not here. He's like my apprentice, I guess you would say. We got his van. We did forget, on my truck, we did forget one thing. We forgot my, I have a three size cement core drilling bit that does all from 4-inch down. And we forgot to bring it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sacrifice a hole saw. And you got a hole saw, right? That's carbide?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Yeah, as long as it's carbide, you'll get through the stucco, but it will ruin the bit. But we'll just add it on to his material. It is what it is. But I do have a setup to drill concrete up to 4 inches and stucco. But we forgot it on my truck. So we're just going to sacrifice one of his hole saws that we use for, wood or whatever. It'll get through the stucco enough to where he can knock it through and it'll still have a nice shape to it. So basically, I'm going to do nothing except maybe hold things for him when he needs me to. And we'll see how well he does. We've got everything here. You guys were on the shopping trip for that. So, okay. It's all Vinny's here. So, okay, guys. Vinny's getting rid of everything that's in our path. So, he's going to leave that bottom piece, I guess. Just to get that top piece out. Because that's going to be our path. And the guy asked us to be careful of this box. It's a internet box. They have a cable that they run to it. I don't know for what, but he asked us to be careful, and we will. So then he's making his pathway, and I'm just gonna kick back. I should have Alicia come and get me, but I want to be here just in case he has any difficulties. Like I said, he's still an apprentice, at least not for electrical. Well, you know what? He is an apprentice for electrical. He may have been a big wig at the union, knowing all his union shit. But residential is different, guys. Residential is mostly troubleshooting. When we deal with residential, we're not in new construction. We don't run new construction electrical. We basically take care of troubleshooting. We are troubleshooters. We go to all the calls where they're having problems, and we troubleshoot it and repair. So it's a different animal than what he used to do for the union. So he is even an apprentice when it comes to the electrical. So he's learning his troubleshooting skills, which he didn't have any for the working at the union. Everything is new, man. Everything is new. Anyway. He's just getting what?
Nothing live.
What do you mean nothing live? Oh, yeah, at the union, there's nothing live. Here, sometimes we deal with everything live sometimes, depending on, because we're at households, and everybody's working from home nowadays. And you try to tell them before you come, hey, we might have to do this, might have to do that. And you would think they prepare for us and ready for a shutdown, but they're not. So, we try to... if we can safely do it, we try not to screw up their morning when we get there, if possible. If it gets too hairy, then we will shut down everything. But anyway, with that being said, we'll see how he does here. All right, guys, we decided we're not going to screw that in. We're going to glue that over the hole over there because everything is so flaky under there. So he's going to glue that on. And he's leaving the bottom open. Just in case. Yeah, it's an open hole, so anyway. Alright, guys, he's got that patched in there with a lot of fucking Loctite and all sealed up. That's good enough. Because if we try to put screws in there, you can't. You go through the stucco and then the screws are going to pop out on the other guy's side. just put that Loctite to it. It's good stuff. Alright guys, he's going to start cutting his ducting. He's got that vent all cocked around over there. Let me see if I can zoom in. So that's good. And the reason why you lay blankets down, guys, is you don't want to scuff up the galvanization on here, because when you scuff it up on the concrete, then it starts to rust. So you want to keep the galvanization as good as possible. I mean, yeah, if you have to set it down, you have to set it down. But it's better to keep it when you're working with it on a blanket. So these crimpers are so expensive, guys, like $60 for that pair. I think it was almost 70 with tax, I think. Anyway, he's had them a while. He had some shitty ones. I upgraded them. So, by the way, guys, these are interlocked. You start them, and once you get them started, you push them together, and they lock. I used to put a little WD-40 on them, and they would lock even better and faster. And you know, but that does get a little messy. But I used to spray just the seam down with WD-40 real quick, and then when I locked them in, man, they went really good. But alright guys, I'm gonna let him put those together, and as you can see, you can probably see here how they lock. It's better from here. Let me zoom in. The ends are more difficult sometimes. And then you can stand them up, Vinny, and knock them. Like, see the lip on that? Turn it the upside down and tap it on the ground. And sometimes you can align it. So just tap it like that. Tap it on the ground. Yeah, sometimes. See? Look, it's going away. Huh? See? Just tap it. There it is. Almost. And I always tap it on the corrugated side like you just did. Anyway, when you tap those together, guys, if it's not like 100% lined up, see, when you use some and bang it, Vinny, you bend it. But when you do the tapping, look at that, brings it right to even. Try it on the next one. On the next one, get it in, and then tap it on the corrugated side, and corrugated on the crimp side. Okay, he's starting to learn that if you start it pretty even, it ends up pretty even. But if it doesn't end up even, then just take the crimp side down and tap it a few times. Yeah, with the part that sticks out the most is where you want it to land. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, let's see what he gets here. I told him to run it as close as he can to the dryer. That way, because you don't want this stuff way over here because you can crush it. You want to get it, you want this stuff to be as close as behind as you can get to the dryer where it's protected. That way, if you bump into it, you know, you're not going to crush it. So he's going to put it about right here, and then we'll lock onto it there. Okay, guys, he made his line. He's getting better with that grinder. I'm going to see.
It's going that way, so I'm gonna go behind.
Yeah. Blow it out that way. Let me. Where are you gonna turn it on?
My foot.
Oh yeah. Okay. Just make sure you keep the grinder towards the front. That way it doesn't jump on you. You'll feel it if you have to. Hey, Vinny. Your glasses. You got brand new laser vision, man. I can tell him 100 times how to do this, but only experience will get him there. Hey, start the line a little bit more that way and drag back. Good job. You're getting there. Good job. All right, I'm gonna let him get through that. Just give it like a whack on the inside too, because you don't want the lint hanging up on the burrs this way. Yeah, you want to do the outside, but you want to make sure that the lint doesn't get caught up on the burrs on the inside. Almost like plumbing.
I know people say, "Oh, file one direction."
Nah, just get it done.
It cleans it on the backhand.
Yeah. Just there you go. Get it done.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
He's saying in the union every time they see him.
They go one way.
And that's the right way because it only cuts one direction. But I do the same thing you do. I get impatient and I go, yeah.
Play it like a violin.
Yeah, play it like a violin. You guys, we're going to put it right there. That way we don't have to move his dryer to put the connection on, but yet most of it is still protected right here. And of course he's using his strapping there. And he's taping his joints before he puts them in there because it'd be hard to tape it. So he's got his brackets on, nice brackets. Now he'll cut his next one. I'm going to go with this flapper. I like this one the best. The other one, I'll tell you why I don't like the other one. Like Alicia has the one with the screen right here. This one right here, because she likes, it's like a, you know, she just likes this one, but she takes this off. It comes off. See how easy it comes off? And then she cleans it and puts it back on because it does trap lint. This one will let the lint fly, and I do that for a reason. Every time I go to a rental house, I'm not going to call people lazy, but when I go to a rental house, I see these all packed up. Nobody ever takes the bottom piece out and cleans it. So Alicia does it twice a week, maybe. I mean, that girl just doesn't stop. I mean, she's always doing something, like maybe to get away from me, I don't know. But with that being said, this here will let the lint fly, and then they can hose it off their patio. But this will trap the lint, and you have to be dedicated to it to take that thing off and clean it. And I don't know, it's just, you got to be a certain breed of person to deal with that all the time. Alright guys, he's getting it done. He's going to put a level on it before he tightens up those brackets. Not much to show, so we'll see. Alright guys, he's getting that all done here. We prefer going up higher because over here there's too much going on the lower end. They got some cable boxes and shit, so we have to go right here. And, you know, if they screw it up, it's on them. I mean, you know, it can be repaired. No big deal. It's in sections. So, anyway. He's getting it done. What are you doing back there? Well, he's crimping that for the dryer hookup. Looking good. Alright guys, he's getting there. Every joint has tape. And now he's gonna bring it over here, put a level on it, mark a circle onto the black paper, take a masonry bit and drill a hole. It doesn't matter if it pops out and blows out a hole, because he's gonna be going with a 4-inch hole saw anyway. So he's gonna get that on, put a level, draw a circle, and then run a pilot hole. This should fit better, right, Vinny?
Yeah.
Sometimes they get beat up at Home Depot, you know what I mean? Yeah, that works nice. Alright guys, he's gonna get, if you notice, I like to buy the 90s already made up, guys, but they didn't have none, because look, they're not true 90s. You can't even get them to be a true 90. He's tried 100 different ways to get that thing without cheating. You got to cheat it on that end to get the true 90. You have to cheat it over there. Vinny just figured out you can move these. Anyway, he's getting there. He's going to draw that circle and run it nice and level. So let me get a picture of that as well, guys. What?
Nothing. Nothing, boss.
All right, I'm going to let him get out that, and then we'll get that hole done. Oh, how come you switch to the cheapo level that I bought you?
What are you talking about? Oh, no wonder it was.
Set it on the 2 ridges. Yeah, there you go.
Right there. So, this is my top of the circle.
Okay, so just redo your center, and we'll be good to go. No biggie at all. He found a stud right there on the end. There's the nails for it. Anyway, he's gonna get that nutted up. Then he'll put a level on it and then find the location and put his screws in there. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good under here as well, guys. If you guys notice, this guy used galvanized right here instead of black pipe. According to what I've read, you can use galvanized now for gas. The new galvanization process is supposed to be a lot better. I guess the natural gas eats up the inside and the galvanization flakes off and gets into the gas valve. But lately now with the new galvanization process here in California, they say you can use galvanized for gas, but I think I would still go with black pipe.
Wow. That's thin.
Yeah, that is thin. I told you that was a patch, Vinny. Yeah, that's a patch. That's right in the patched area. That's right where the old vent used to be, right there. So, anyway, he's playing around now.
All
right.
Going chunks?
Yeah, a little bit, but not much. I'm just wondering what hole you're going to use. What hole? You got 2 holes there now. Which one do you need?
The bottom.
Okay.
I just want to see if I was just going to maybe just ripple it around. But
No, don't do that. No, just take your hole saw on that side, and it'll cut right through it since it's so thin. I wish I would have had my concrete hole saw. But we'll just use one of your carbides, and we'll put it on his bill. You know, we got to do what we got to do. Hey guys, Vinny got lucky. He found an old hole saw that's already, look, all the teeth are gone. I'm sorry. All the teeth are gone. Look at that. This thing ain't worth shit. But it'll do good enough to kind of get us a circle in that stucco. What do you want, Vinny?
That.
The hole saw?
Arbor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were doing a fashion shoot.
Yeah, it's just, of course I am. YouTubers want to know.
I'm just kidding.
I'm glad we can actually not even have to charge them for that. We'll throw that away when we're done. I didn't, look at all the teeth on it, guys. They're all missing. That's a perfect one to use. Then we'll dump it. I don't know if it cuts good in the stucco still. I'll keep it. We'll keep it, Vinny. You know what I mean? The only thing he wants to be careful of with that is the hole saw is shot. All the teeth are gone. But he wants to make sure you don't screw up his drill bit, because that's not a stucco bit. That's for wood. So I told him to make sure he goes through the hole and the hole he's already drilled, and don't screw up, you know, anything. Hey, if that thing makes it through the stucco, don't push too hard though. Let the drill do the work, because that patch is so thin, Vinny, you'll blow it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Go light.
Yeah, go light. So, and don't worry about the black paper. Well, you're going the other way, son.
I know, I'm just seeing. Oh, perfect.
Okay, so go around the other way and go real light, man. Just let it, because if you blow out the whole, I mean, look how thin that patch is. did it. That's good enough for me. You can cut the chicken wire later. There it is, guys. You can cut the paper around. Just take a utility knife and just take the paper and put a cross in it like that. And yeah, and then you can cut the little pie out. You know what I mean? And then you can cut the chicken wire next. That looks really good. Okay, guys, he's gonna get his cutters, cut that chicken wire out, and we should be good to go. Bad thing, guys, that hole is so thin, whoever patched it, that if we try to put screw holes in there with anchors, it's gonna just crumble. So what we're gonna do is just fill it. We're gonna fill this whole groove right here with Loctite and the nail holes, the screw holes as well, so water don't get in there. We're going to fill that up to about right there, and then we're just going to glue it on the wall, and then between the Loctite and the 90 that we're going to be taping it to, all it needs is a good 4 or 5 hours, and it'll be on that wall forever. I mean, look how thin it is. It's about 3/16 in some spots.
Look right here on this end.
And an eighth on the
right hand side.
Yeah, I see it. It's like a 16th of an inch on the 1/8 of an inch. It should be. Look at that. Look how thin that is. What an awful patch. It's okay. I've done it before. Oh, that's going to be perfect.
I'll do it that way.
Yeah.
I'll crimp this end so I can easily go that way.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how it's looking over here, guys. Yep, that'll be good. And then once he squeezes the caulking, not the caulking, but the Loctite out, he can go around it and clean it up. Maybe we should mark where it's going to squeeze out and put some tape around it, so we don't have to wash the wall. You know what I mean? Maybe we could like leave about 1/8 of an inch and put some masking tape around it. That way when we squishes out, we can just peel the tape and we don't have a big mess to clean. You know what I mean? Like 1/8 of an inch or something, 3/16 of an inch.
Alright.
Okay, guys, he's gonna level the box and then he's gonna draw around it, and then you don't have to worry. Try to keep it limited, the marker off the yeah, just put some dots and then we can square it. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to make a complete line, just around it 3 or 4 dots, like 3 dots on each side, and then we can put our masking tape about 1/8 of an inch above those black marks, and that way when all that shit gushes out, we'll be able to run our finger and give it a good job and then pull the tape. Less cleanup. This little bit of work here will save a lot of cleanup. So, alright, guys, he's gonna cut. Okay, he's got his caulking there, that way when he puts his Loctite, it won't squish all over as much. You should have went over the tape, the black marks, a little bit more. That way you can rub your finger in them. But we can work with that.
The black marks are, like, didn't even touch the plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Good enough for me.
There's no mark on the plastic. So
okay.
Higher.
Good enough for me. Okay, guys, let's let him get that cut there, and then we'll see how it turns out. Good enough. Alright guys, he's got that all buckled up, nice and level. Looking good. Now, he's gonna put Loctite, because there's no way to put no screws through that thin patch job they did. It'll just crumble. So, he's gonna fill it full of Loctite and place it in, and then I'm gonna go on the other side and just sit down, get comfortable on a mat or something, and just hold it in place until everything is cinched up, taped up, and that way it doesn't move left or right. And then of course we'll run our fingers across it and then pull the tape and then doctor it up, you know, make it look as clean as possible as we can. So hopefully he's got all that bracketed up and level, everything's bracketed up. He's got to put some tape there, and he's already taped underneath over there and over here, so everything looks good, nice and clean. Really nice clean job, Vinny.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. This is why I say he's still an apprentice, so you know, he's learning other things besides electrical. But he's getting to the point where eventually he's going to start going to his own jobs. And then if he gets hung up on something, he can send me pictures or a video or whatever, and I can help him out that way, or I can actually go there. Because me and Alicia are going to get back to what we used to do. We're going to start sending him on his own work orders. And me and Alicia are going to get back, and we're going to do all the little stuff, lightweight stuff. And then he will do all the heavy stuff, whatever that may be, whatever comes in. That way he can make a better income too, you know. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? Okay guys, I'm gonna shut this off because we're gonna fill that full of Loctite and get her on, and then I'll just give you some pictures after. Okay guys, he's gonna fill the crap out of that nice and high and let it squish out. Build it up high, Benny.
Okay.
Yeah, that way it sticks to the wall. Alright guys, he's gonna get that done, and then I'm gonna hold it to the wall while he tapes it. Then once everything is done, we'll pull the tape off, and then I can get some more video. We're gonna caulk around it. Not only are we gonna do it this way, but we're gonna go around it. I mean, if we try to drill any holes for any plugs, that damn stucco wall right here, I mean, it is so freaking thin. I mean, it's not even look at that. You can see, look at that. You can just, it's about, it wants to flake right there. Look at that shit. It wants to flake. Anyway, that's where it used to be, so we're gonna put it back there. Okay guys, that's turning out really nice. We'll go over here. He's caulking it. We pulled the tape off because I had to hold it. Now he's caulking all the way around it on the sides like that. He's going to do all three sides. And put a little caulking over that cable. See how that cable has got some shit there? Fill that up. That way if water leaks in there, they don't blame our vent. You know what I mean? If water goes in there, they're going to say it's leaking from us. So just get all around that nicely. Okay, bud? That's looking real good. Okay, guys. We're going to just see how it looks when he's all done. But here we go. Here's that. We'll get another view in a minute once it's all cleaned up. Yeah, guys. We got it all in. But you know what? Me and Vinny, we're just shooting the shit out here talking. I mean, it looks great, don't it, guys? Look at that. But what's going to happen is somebody is going to be walking through here, and they're going to hit this hard or drop a box there, and it's going to knock. I'm not saying that the glue won't hold. I mean, that's Loctite, man. You can put two Loctites together and wood together and try to break it. It breaks on the wood, not the bond. But anyway, we're just afraid someone's going to hit it and push it. So Vinny's going to cut a 1x2 and put it across here like that, and one for the bottom. We're going to put some screws through the vent and have it anchored with the two 1x2s. It doesn't have to look pretty. I just want to make sure if somebody throws a box down and they hit it, they don't break that other end away from the wall. So that's going to be the thing we do. We're going to give it some backup. We're going to back it up because that stucco is so paper thin where they did the patch. The rest of it's nice and thick, 7/8 or so. But the where they did that patch where it used to be is like crumbly. So we're going to put it there. Okay guys, I'm just going to punch some pre-holes through here. Watch. Hold this up, Benny.
I was gonna hold that.
That's right, I'm going to hold it too. I'm just going to put some, because we know somebody's going to hit that and drop a box and stack it against the wall and knock that loose. And then they're going to be calling us and say, man, you're the handy Andy. Okay guys, let's put some, let's use gold screws.
Gold screws?
Yeah.
Or you want Simpsons?
Will the head on the Simpson be too big?
Maybe. I'll test them out.
Okay, go ahead, test them out. We'll see.
Yeah.
You want to go look? Or no? Let's just use the gold ones, because we got to go through the thing.
I mean, they could look good.
Yeah, but it won't go all the way through.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, but they don't catch.
Yeah, true.
Okay, get that plus add a 1/4 inch. Get whatever size that is and get a 1/4 inch. I'll take my phone. Get the gold ones, the anodized.
Plus 1/4 inch.
Just add a 1/4 inch to that. Okay, guys, we got it. It looks pretty good, huh? I mean, who cares what it looks like? It's secure. Now, if somebody hits it, no big deal. Now, I'm going to hand tighten them. I didn't want to just run my impact on there. So, I'm going to hand tighten them. That way I know where I'm really at. I don't want to crack the plastic at the last minute. That feels good. That feels good. That feels good. That feels good. We're done. Okay. Here, let me give you that screwdriver. Let me get a picture. Alright guys, let's kind of look at it. Alright, there we go. You can clean the caulking up on the right side, Vinny.
Okay.
We're going to clean that little caulking that's bulging out on the right side before I take the final picture. But just for the sake of the video, that's what we did there. So, under here and then down below, he leveled that off, got that all done. I think that's it, guys. We're just gonna let him clean that off over here, and we're gonna call this job done. We got an estimate to go to. He's just gonna take his finger and wipe that right there, and it doesn't have to be much more than that. And so anyway, what we're gonna do is that's it. Don't worry about getting on the plastic; it won't hurt it.
No, I'm pulling it up.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to a estimate for a new customer that says they've got moisture underneath the sink, and they're not sure where it's coming from. So with that being said, we're gonna go look at it. The guy's moving out in a month though, so we're probably not even gonna, if there's nothing too much going on, we'll probably leave it for the move out. But if there's actually an active leak, then we're gonna have to take care of it. All right, well, I'll get a little video when I get there. See you guys at the estimate. Okay, guys, we're here at the estimate. It was a gated community, man. It's beautiful here. It's by the water. The water is about 2 minutes down the street from PCH. All right, we're gonna get here, and I'm just gonna tell the guy that the tenant, the owner, wants a little video of underneath the sink so she can see it. So I'm just gonna give her a little video once I get in. But you can see, man. I wonder how anybody affords to rent in this kind of a community. I mean, the rent must be ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the phone off for now. Here, we're here. All right. Her? Is it her? Yeah. Okay, let's take a look here. Vinny, do you want to do your thing under there? Start from the top.
I mean, it is. I've been putting those bags in there,
Yeah.
and they've been working. I just put a new one in just recently, so
Oh, for the smell.
yeah, smelling the moisture.
Yeah, let me get a snapshot of this. This doesn't look too healthy, but let me see. But it's not leaking.
I've been running the sink, and I didn't see anything leaking.
Let's see. Basically, what he does is he'll just start off looking for anything. Then we'll run. You know, I kind of wonder if it's from outside. I'm going to run the garbage disposal. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get a little garbage disposal over here. Okay, let's start with this here. I want to go. When I'm checking for leaks, I like to run it on the flange here because it might not just be leaking from down there, but around the kitchen flange, the sink flange. Let me know when I can move it. I'm gonna go this side. Let me know what you see on that side. Okay, and then I want to get a little video underneath so she can see what she has.
Is this a cast iron?
What?
This is a cast iron sink.
Oh, is it cast iron? Okay, let me look over here. Oh, yeah, you're right. But I don't see no holes in
On
it.
there, so no, I caught the sink up top.
On top?
Yeah, because it had gaps in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I noticed they put a lot of plumber's putty under there. And maybe it like... Alright, let me see what we get here. I think that's about it. Here, let's see. What we did was we threw some water on here. And Vinny said a lot of water came down. Can you take this? I'm too old for that. Can you get a little video of it leaking under there? Do you need a little bit more water on it?
Just do a little.
Huh?
Do a little.
Splash and wash and do like that. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know if that you even get water back there.
Stop.
Okay, just get some video of that. And the air gap doesn't look too healthy. Yeah. Was it a lot?
I think so.
Let me see here. Let me get rid of that.
There's a culprit.
Okay, there's a little bit of a hole right here. And I don't know if I can just move it for now like that just to cover it. But I think what we need to do, if we're going to remove this faucet, Vinny, I'm not going to put an old faucet back. No. Can you get me a little video or pictures of the faucet? It must be rusted under there. It has to be. There's no way I would reset that faucet. If I'm going to go as far as taking it off, then I would reset a new one. You know what I mean? Yeah. You going to get me pictures or what?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, first off, we moved this plate to cover the hole for now, but it's still leaking. It really needs a new reset because everything underneath is rusted. Okay, here you go for you, Vinny. Okay, so an air gap too.
No, not the air gap, but the other hole of the sink faucet.
Oh, the sink faucet, but not the air gap?
Yeah, right here. I was
Okay.
thinking from the very.
But no problem here because I did hit it that way. Let me see if I can direct the water that way instead. Ready? Nothing? On the air gap? Okay, we're good. Okay, so the leak, even though we got the plate moved over, it's still leaking. And everything is rusted under there, so it makes no sense to put this, unmount it and then plumber's putty and then mount it again. And it doesn't look like it was ever mounted with plumber's putty. I would be able to see it, so